Alright, what is going on? Welcome to the channel. Alright, so we are in a super busy Walmart parking lot, and I just threw FSD on and wanted to see how it performs. So, gonna see if it can make me, get out of this parking lot safely. Oh, look at this, Cybertruck. Very nice. Alright, here we go. Very nice with the left turn. And I just threw it on in a really random spot to see pretty much what it would do in this situation. This is like a super busy parking lot, tons of obstacles all over the place here. So yeah, really nice job with this stop sign here, four-way stop sign. Let's see if we can figure out our right of way. And we're gonna wait for the red truck to go, and it's our turn. Let's see. Really nice job, and it figured it out. All right, was able to get me out of that parking lot, no problem. And here we go. Let's see if it can get us on the main road now. And yeah, just like that, this is Hardware 3 still doing its thing. I mean, there are some limitations, yes, but if you're just able to use it at will, like whenever you don't feel like driving anymore, then it's pretty incredible. If you really want to be at that park position and press a button on your screen and start driving, which is pretty incredible too, then that's only going to be available on Hardware 4 at the moment. But one thing I love about Hardware 3 is it drives when I need it to, and I like driving, so it's not like I like to use it all the time, because certain times just naturally I like to get in the driver's seat and just get in my car and just drive away. So FSD comes in handy when I'm on the road and when I want to use it, and it's at will. I don't know why there's like some kind of idea that if you get FSD then there goes your driving card. It doesn't work like that. You definitely need to know how to drive before using FSD. I think that's really important, especially for the kids growing up now, starting to get their license. I recommend to the parents to get them some real crappy old car to learn on, because once they sit in this, it's over. They're not going to want to learn how to drive. Tesla is going to take over. But I think it's important just to be able to be put in those situations so you know what to do, because you just never know, and I think it's important to have that knowledge no matter what, because one thing, this remains true in 2025 and may remain true for many years. It's something that my dad told me when I was young, when I was sitting in the passenger seat with him. He would say, it doesn't matter how good you drive. It's always about the people around you and what they're doing. Because, you could be driving completely perfect and the person next to you could just swerve up in your lane, and what's good with FSD for all that? And that actually remains true in life as well too, Be careful about the people you surround yourself with. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you're doing, really. At the end of the day, it really matters about the people around you. So it's same thing remains true with driving. So with that being said, it's good to just be noble out there on the road, and be courtesy. I think it's really important, and that's one thing I really like about FSD. I mean, there's so many scenarios and situations that it's put itself in, but it handles itself with elegance, like really nicely. It stops for people, it stops for pets, it always stops at the red light, stop signs, and yeah, it goes the speed limit 80% of the time. There's sometimes it speeds, and I'm still working on trying to figure out how to change that. Every time I change the offset, it still does it, so I'm not sure why it's doing that. Maybe I just got an update, so maybe with this update it'll fix that. But overall, man, FSD is an awesome tool, and that's pretty much what it is. It's a tool that you can use just like all these other AIs that are out there right now. And it's important to know how to use it. I think that's super important, and it's really incredible to watch, I have to say. FSD definitely does its thing, and it's smooth. Really excited to see this whole robo-taxi thing take off. I think it could be a interesting set of events, maybe even in my life, who knows. I wasn't planning on making my car into a taxi, but if, you know, the software allows it, I don't see why not. I think it'd be kind of interesting, you know, who knows? I'm not banking on it again, but it's kind of an interesting thought for sure. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Tesla, so I'm really glad I got this Model 3. This is a great car. We have a Model Y in the family as well too, which is an even better car, but you know, I love the Cybertruck. I told myself the day I turn 40, I'm gonna buy a Cybertruck. I really don't think I need it until then, so who knows, maybe I'll get it sooner. But right now, I'm really happy with this Model 3. It is a solid vehicle. Man, it does everything for you. I call it more a companion than a car. Especially the fact that it drives you around. Like that's just, you know, you just have to put your thought into where you want to go, and it'll do it for you. Thanks to this, you know, it allows me to see my family and stuff too. Like right now I'm going to see my dad, and boom, just like a press of a button and it goes. So very cool. You know, that's one thing I never let, you know, FSD be an excuse, because it can drive me wherever I need to go. So I try not to ever make that an excuse. Like I always can go and be wherever, thanks to Tesla. You know, and charging is, man, it's really not that bad. I found free public charging all over the place, and I tend to just park up wherever I go and just let it charge. So yeah, there's charging all over the place. Highly recommend the PlugShare app, and of course the Tesla app. Shell is crucial with Volta, ChargePoint, and what's the other one? EVgo, Electrify America. All of these are pretty good, but you do need an adapter if you're going to go to one of those CCS chargers, and I will drop a link below. You can use my promo code with Evbase and Jawa. It's Tesla DMV. It's going to save you money. Be sure to check them out, man. They have epic accessories, everything you can imagine for the Tesla. Yeah, so here we go. We are about to take this exit here onto Route 28. And if you're familiar with the area, the car just took me in like a massive circle for no reason. I'm not sure why. I did switch up the address, and actually, you know, it chose some really interesting ways. I probably would have just gone straight and taken 28 from up there, but it went all around the way here. So yeah, whatever. It maybe added like 2 minutes to the trip. And that's kind of another thing where where you got to do it at will. You know, imagine if I just popped on FSD. Okay, what's going on here? You know, once I was getting ready to get on 28, then it's gonna take me to where I need to go without any takeovers. But yeah, not a single takeover here in this video. Let's see how we do. We are getting ready to pop onto the highway right here, and let's see how it does. Super smooth. Really nice job with the exit. Nice, look at that. Man, so smooth. Just elegant driving right here. Let's see how it even merges onto the highway. Should speed up a little bit on this little takeoff for the highway. All those data centers over here is just crazy. They just keep popping up left and right. Here's another one coming up over here. Incredible. It's interesting, you know, I think DMV is the tech capital of the world. People haven't even realized it yet, but yeah, in California, they developed the technology. In the DMV area, we test it and perfect it. And if it works here, it's gonna work anywhere. I'll tell you that. Yeah. So let me know what you guys think about this video. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe for more videos like this. And yeah, thanks again for watching. Hope everyone has an amazing May. May the 4th be with you. And yeah, cheers to the summer coming up. Let's go.